So here I am at the Gilbertsville Fire Company in Gilbertsville, Pennsylvania. Now, as it turns out, every few months they actually have an indoor yard sale here. This was something I was unaware of until a few days ago when a lady who I usually buy VHS tapes off of at Jake's Flea Market sent me an email to let me know that she'd actually be selling some tapes here. I, again, had no idea this even went on. There are plenty of vendors here, so I am very excited to now know about this, and I will be coming out here a hell of a lot more now. As you can see, just tons and tons of vendors, lots of good deals to be had, so very excited to know about this brand new indoor yard sale. So the first table I came across here, unfortunately, didn't really have anything to offer, just a bunch of titles you see all the time. Nothing I needed to pick up, nothing I didn't already have. The second table here, though, this was kind of interesting. These were just empty cases, not something you see all the time. This one here was a flipper case, so very just strange to come across those. Then I came across some VHS tapes and some DVDs, but once again, nothing I needed to get. There was that Backstreet Boys DVD there that I was going to get for my wife because she's a Backstreet Boys fan, but she didn't want it, so I had to pass on all that. And then I came across Mr. Italian Pizza Maker here with his hand in a very suggestive position. A very, very strange statue indeed. Then I came across some more DVDs, mostly all children's titles, so there were a few adult titles mixed in here as well, but unfortunately, once again, nothing I needed to pick up. Already had everything that I had any interest in at all, so had to pass on this table as well. And then we have Mr. Pineapple Head here. I think it's one of those coin-operated machines. You put a penny in his hand and he eats the coin. Very interesting. Now this table here, this is the guy, well, the guy and his wife who actually sell titles at Jake's Flea Market, the one whose wife contacted me to let me know that she'd be selling some VHS tapes here. I only ended up picking up one title out of everything they had to offer. Reason being, there just wasn't a lot in here that I had any interest in or that I didn't already own. Definitely some good titles, but again, nothing I needed to get. As you can see, there's Strange Invaders there. Great movie, but I do already own that, so had no reason to pick it up. I ended up talking to the guy a little bit more today, and he was telling me that he just has a ton of VHS tapes at home. Just over the years, he's accumulated a lot, and now he's looking to just unload them. So every week, takes a bunch, puts them in a box, takes them to Jake's Flea Market, which doesn't actually open up for another month, so that's why he's selling them here today. But he takes them to Jake's and tries to get rid of them, sells them for a really good price, dirt cheap, 10 cents a piece. It's a great deal. Last year, I actually ended up getting some really good titles off him. He says he has a lot more titles, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he brings to Jake's this year. He said he'll be there every weekend, so I cannot wait to see what other titles he brings along and has for sale. This is the one title that I did pick up, The Castle. It was a blind buy. I've never even heard of it, but it was a Miramax title. Looked interesting, so I did pick it up. And for 10 cents, it seemed like a good deal. But like I said, unfortunately, just nothing in here besides that one title that I wanted to grab. Assassination, good movie, Canon Pictures title, but I do already own it. So I didn't grab anything else, just that one title, but I definitely look forward to seeing what this guy has for sale this year at Jake's. Then I came across this Flash Gordon comic book from the movie. Very weird. Just had to quickly check it out. No interest in it, but just had to take a look and see what it was. Then I came across some CDs, of course. Had to look through them to see if there was any good CD soundtracks. The guy wanted $1 a piece, and I did end up getting one title off him. And that was right here, Master Commander Far Side of the World. A fantastic movie that was actually supposed to have, I believe, 2 sequels to it, and we will probably never see them, which is definitely a shame because I do love that film. Then I came across a table of VHS tapes here, lots to offer, but unfortunately nothing much I needed to get out of this haul as well. I did end up getting 3 titles off him though. He was asking 50 cents a piece, talked him down to 3 for $1, which was a pretty good deal. He had these VHS tapes though really, really jam-packed into these like Tupperware containers. They were really difficult to get out of there. I had to put some effort into getting the tapes actually out of there. He really got those in there very well. He must have played a lot of Tetris as a kid. Then this was great. Came across this lady selling a whole bunch of children's DVDs, all for $1 a piece, and oddly enough, they were in very, very good shape. And that's the only title I got, the Fairly Odd Parents title there. I did pick that up. But again, these were all in really good shape, no scratches, very odd for children's titles. But even though $1 a piece, unfortunately, I only needed to get the one title. She also had some VHS tapes, but nothing in here I needed to get either. Just a lot of common titles you see all the time. And it is very hard to look through titles and put them back with only one hand. Now this here, Manhunter, I think we all know what movie that is. It's a great film, but I actually had to do a double take on that because I've never seen that artwork before, and when I picked it up, I actually didn't even realize I was looking at that movie at first. I had to do, like I said, a double take before I even realized what movie I was looking at.
Guys, how we doing?
And I came across some other VHS tapes here. Unfortunately, again, nothing I wanted to get. Although I did think about getting this, Project Kill. It is a trauma title. Thought about getting it, but I did pass on it. You guys can let me know if I made a mistake or not. And some more VHS tapes, but some more titles that I did not need to pick up, so I did pass on all these as well. We also had some VHS box sets here. This one full of Lassie and Rin Tin Tin and all that stuff, but no need to get that. And the Wallace and Gromit set, but again, no need to get that. Already had that on Blu-ray. And this is interesting. The Universal Monsters Dracula kind of bendable action figure. Thought about picking him up as well, but really had no need for him. And as you can see, more tables downstairs, so of course we had to head downstairs as well. First table I came across here had a whole bunch of CDs. She was only asking 50 cents a piece, which was a great deal, but unfortunately only one CD soundtrack in this whole haul, so unfortunately I didn't really get much off her, but I did buy that one title. It was something I needed to get, and that was right here, Bad Boys 2. Definitely had to pick that up, but unfortunately nothing else out of all these CDs I needed to pick up. Now this guy here, he actually did have a decent amount of titles that I wanted to get. Some really good CD soundtracks within his little collection here, but unfortunately, he was asking $3 a piece, which is $2 over my normal limit per CD soundtrack, so unfortunately, even though he had some really good titles, I had to pass on them. This person here had a whole bunch of children's VHS tapes, all for 50 cents a piece, which would have been a really good deal if I had any interest in any of these titles. Already have everything in here that I do have any interest in, so had to pass on this table as well. This is pretty neat here. I Dream a Genie on VHS. Would have picked them up, but I do already have all the seasons on DVD, so no need to get that. And then we have some VHS tapes, which are the most disgusting tapes I've ever seen in my life. They were caked in dirt and grime and just all kinds of nasty stuff. Looked like they've been sitting in a barn for years. I would not be surprised if they had been. So even if there was something in here I wanted to get, probably would have passed up on it anyway. And the last table here I came across of VHS tapes and DVDs, unfortunately, also had nothing to offer me. So that's it, guys. That was my first ever trip to the Gilbertsville Fire Company's indoor yard sale. A lot of great vendors, a lot of great titles, lots of great deals. So now that I know that these indoor yard sales are going on, I will definitely be coming out here a lot more often. So expect to see some more Let's Go Shopping videos. This is great. Very, very excited to find out about something like this. And I cannot wait to come out here again and get some more great deals. So let's take a look at everything I got. So here's all the titles I picked up at the Gilbertsville Fire Company's indoor yard sale. Now before I get down to showing you what I actually bought, let me first give you a little bit of an update on how I'm doing. I'm feeling better. Yesterday, as I mentioned in my collection update video, I was feeling pretty lousy, but this morning I woke up feeling better. Still not great. I'm definitely still sick, but definitely better than I was yesterday. However, I don't care if I was on my deathbed. I was still going out to the indoor yard sale today because, like I said, this is the first time I had even heard about it. Up until 3 days ago, I had no idea that the fire company was even doing these indoor yard sales. Apparently they've been going on for a few years now, but I've never heard a single thing about it. Nobody's ever mentioned it. Haven't read anything in the paper or anything about the indoor yard sale. So I was pretty excited to find out about this, and I didn't care how I was feeling. I knew I was still going. Wasn't quite sure if it was going to be a bus or going to be some great haul of a shopping experience. But all in all, I would say it was mediocre, but in a good way. I didn't come in with a big haul. Didn't get any amazing titles. But what I liked most was the pricing. Pretty much everybody had fantastic prices, with the exception of that one guy selling his CDs for $3 a piece. That was a bit much. But everybody else had really, really good prices. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most now, going out there again. And I will be going out to these indoor yard sales definitely every time they have one coming around. So, like I said, I didn't get anything amazing, not a huge haul, but definitely got some good deals, some good prices. So let's take a look at everything I got. The first time I picked up on VHS for only 10 cents was The Castle. Now this here is a blind buy movie I know nothing about, never even heard of this film, but it is a Miramax title, has an interesting sounding synopsis, and it is currently out of print on DVD. So for 10 cents, figured I'd pick it up and check it out. The next 3 VHS tapes I picked up I grabbed for a total of $1, and the first title was The Last of the Finest. Now, this is a blind buy, but it does star Brian Dennehy, and that was really all I needed to see. It looked like just a really fun cheeseball action movie. Also, this is only available through DVD-R, so very happy to get this on VHS, and I cannot wait to check this out. The next title I picked up was The Stone Killer, which I also grabbed due to its star, Charles Bronson. Love him, think he's a fantastic actor, love his movies, so definitely had to grab this. And this one's also only available through DVD-R, so definitely had to get it on VHS. And the last VHS I grabbed was Q&A, which once again is a blind buy, but it is an HBO title, has an interesting lineup, so for that reason alone, had to grab it. Then I grabbed 2 CD soundtracks, and the first one I grabbed for only $1, and that was the soundtrack to Master and Commander, which is still brand new, factory sealed, love that. This is a great movie. I was a big fan of it from the first time I ever saw it. Thought it was absolutely fantastic. However, it did really bad in theaters, so the sequels that were planned for this movie will never come. If you ever watch this movie, you'll see the movie just ends on a cliffhanger. Definitely just kind of stops, and you're supposed to continue on to the next story. We're never going to get that, which is definitely a shame, because this, again, is a fantastic movie, and I would definitely recommend everybody check it out. But getting the soundtrack for only $1, brand new, factory sealed, was a great deal. And the second soundtrack that I picked up was the soundtrack to Bad Boys 2. This has some decent music on it. This is actually a CD I've had on my iPod for some time now. This is actually a soundtrack that my brother used to own, and I copied it off him. And like I said, there are some decent songs I hear. I'm not a fan of every song, but the ones I like, definitely copied onto my iPod and do listen to occasionally. So a decent soundtrack. It's not the best, but I do enjoy it. And the last title I picked up for only $1 was Fairly Odd Parents, Abra-Catastrophe, the movie. Very excited to come across this. This is a movie that I do already own on VHS, so I am picking this up to replace my VHS copy. However, I rarely ever come across this movie anywhere used. I never see it at yard sales, flea markets, pawn shops. And the very few times that I have come across this movie, it's always scratched to hell. It's a kids movie. Kids movies are usually pretty badly scratched up. This one was in absolutely fantastic shape, not a single scratch on it. And for $1, that was just an amazing deal. So that's it, guys. That's everything I picked up today at the Gilbertsville Fire Company's indoor yard sale. I can't stress enough how excited I am to finally know about these indoor yard sales. I'm definitely looking forward to going to these more often. Now that I know they exist, I will definitely be going to every one they have. Definitely hoping for some great deals. Like I said, the pricing was really good. I might not have got a huge haul. I might not have got any really fantastic titles, but the prices were definitely worth it alone. So I cannot wait to head out there again and do some shopping at the Gilbertsville Fire Company's indoor yard sale. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next collection update. See ya.